right, guys, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jenny J, and today we are doing a 30-minute butt lift workout. All you need is a set of heavy dumbbells. Now today we're going to be focusing on your booty. You'll definitely feel it in your side glutes, but everything's going to be working, so you'll definitely feel your quads and your hamstrings as well. This is an all levels class, so depending on where you're starting, whether you're a beginner or advanced athlete alike, you'll be able to get an awesome workout. You choose the weight that feels best for you. You want to make sure to stay safe at home. So I have 10 pounds here. You're more than welcome to grab canned goods, water bottles, a duffel bag. I've been known to use a bag of sweet potatoes for my weights. So definitely get creative. You do not need fancy equipment to get a great workout in. For today's workout, we will be doing a total of 6 exercises, about 30 seconds on the clock, and about a 15 to 20 second transition in between each move. As always, take as many water breaks as you need, and I will provide options throughout class. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start on the mat. We're gonna go into an all fours position. So let's stack the shoulders on top of those wrists, hips on top of knees. Because we're doing a lot of glute-focused work today, we're going to make sure that we warm up our hips and our glutes. So we're going to go into a hip opener. You're going to bring this knee out to the side, bring it back behind you, and circle it around for some hip rotations. Make sure that those eyes are looking down in between the hands. Keep the core nice and tight. We'll stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse. Bring it the other way. Really trying to paint a really big circle all the way around. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's set that knee down. We'll go to the other side. Lift that knee up to hip height. Circle it back behind you. Now try to keep your upper body as stable and still as possible. So you don't want to be like worming around like this, but rather just try to have your motion only in the hip area. Let's do 2 more. And good. Reverse. Bring it the other way. You should start to feel the glutes and the hips getting nice and warm here. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go into a child's pose really quick to just stretch everything out. So you're gonna bring the chest down towards the floor, knees are mat distance apart, big toes touch. And then from here, we're going to press into a downward facing dog. Let's pike those hips up. Let's pedal those heels right and left to stretch out the calves, hamstrings. Awesome. Let's walk our feet towards our hands, bend the knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Come up to a stand. From here, we're going to fire up the glutes and hamstrings for good mornings, or we're going to do something called good morning. So what you're going to do is start with feet shoulder distance apart. You're going to make sure that you have a nice soft bend in those knees. Those hands are going to come behind the head. Elbows are wide. Now I want you to pretend like there's a wall 1 foot behind you. Keeping those knees nice and soft, you're gonna poke your booty behind you while maintaining a tall posture. So no rounding of the shoulders. You should feel those hamstrings and glutes fire up and then come straight back up to the top. Squeeze the butt cheeks in your stand. Here we go. We're here for 10. Warming everything up. 9. Keep that chest open. 8. 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, let's come to the front of our mat. We're gonna go into a nice wide stance position here. So my toes are pointing forward. My feet are outside shoulder distance, and I'm gonna go into dynamic lateral lunges. So what I'm doing here is bending into one knee, keeping the other leg straight. Hand comes down to the thigh, and I'm just stretching out my inner thighs and my outer glutes. When you do this lunge, you want to make sure that your knees are in line with your second and third toes. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. From here, let's go into a wide squat. We're still warming up. We're not even in the workout yet. We're gonna have our heels in. We're gonna have our toes out. Again, feet are outside shoulder distance. We're gonna drop our booty straight down. Make sure to press those knees out so that they're not caving in here. And then you're gonna squeeze those inner thighs on the way up. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Weight should be in the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and then last little warm-up move, and then we'll go ahead and get started, is we're gonna come to the side of our mat. We're gonna go into duck walks or penguin walks. Depends on what you think this move looks like. You're gonna take a big step out and then come back to your squat. And then you're gonna go, again, about 2 to 3 steps to the left or right. You tell me, what does this look like? Does this look like a duck walk or a penguin walk? I don't know. You tell me and we can name this move together. We'll stay here for 2 more rounds. Staying nice and low in your squats. And then let's do 1 more round here. And rest. Awesome. All right, feel free to grab a quick sip of water if you need it. I'll go ahead and show you the first exercise. So I'm gonna grab 1 dumbbell. We're gonna go into a single leg deadlift. This is really going to target your hamstrings and your glutes in your standing leg. So take a look. My dumbbell is in my right hand. I'm standing nice and tall. I'm gonna have my left hand on my hip. From here, I'm gonna kick my right leg back behind me. As I do, I'm hinging from my hips, letting the dumbbell graze down my shin, feeling my glute fire up, and then I'm gonna come straight up to my stand. If you cannot go as low, you're more than welcome to just come halfway and then come back up. This is definitely gonna challenge your balance, so don't worry if you fall over the first few reps. You kind of have to get used to it. Here we go, 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drop it down, and then come back up. Now notice, as I hinge forward, I'm not rounding my shoulders, I'm not rounding my chest. The dumbbell stays nice and close to my leg. Whoop! And see, I even wobbled over to the side. So if you find yourself having trouble balancing, stare at one speck on the floor and focus on it. Concentrate on that one point. Let's do 1 more up here and rest. All right, let's switch sides. Dumbbell is in the left hand. My left leg is gonna shoot back behind me in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Keep that chest open. Soft bend in the standing leg. Depending on your weight selection, you might be going a little bit faster than me if you have lighter weight. And if you have super heavy weight, you might be going slower, and that's because you have to focus on your form and stay safe. So you always want to be in control of that weight the entire time. This is your last one, and rest. Nice work. All right, so we're gonna use this dumbbell and we're gonna go into diagonal taps. So take a look. I'm gonna come into a squat position. My dumbbell is in front of my chest. Nice deep squat here. I'm gonna tap out to the back corner, come back into my squat, alternate, tap to the back corner, and come back to my squat. What I do not wanna see is you lifting up and down like this. You wanna stay level and low the entire time. 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Tap and come back. Now my feet remain at shoulder distance the entire time. As I kick back, squeeze that butt. Stay low. Great job. We're getting the glutes and the quads here. Maybe get a little bit lower if you can. Last 2, and rest. Nice job. All right, we're gonna go into our next exercise. Coming up is a 3-pulse lateral lunge. So my dumbbell is gonna be in my left hand here. I'm gonna take a big step with my right foot. As I do, I bring the dumbbell down towards my ankle. I have 3, 2, 1 pulse, and then come back up, all right? So 3 pulses at the bottom, then stand back up. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and stand. Every single time you stand, make sure that you're driving into the heel to power yourself back up. Watch your knee to toe alignment. Make sure it's not jutting forward, but rather sinking those hips back and down as if you're sitting in a chair and trying to get as low as you can with your range of motion. This is your last rep. And rest. Good. Let's switch sides. So dumbbell is gonna be in the right hand. We're gonna take a big step to the left. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and stand. 3, 2, 1, and stand. Depending on your knee health, you might not be able to get as low, and that's okay. You can come halfway and just do what you can with what you got. Feeling that booty fire up, yes? Good, let's do one more. And rest. Awesome, let's head down to the floor. We're gonna go ahead and go into hip bridges. So I'm gonna grab both of my dumbbells. I'm gonna lay on down. Now, for the sake of probably just showing the move, I'm gonna use 1 dumbbell instead of 2, but you're more than welcome to use 2. We got hip bridges, so we're gonna have those knees bent. Feet are nice and close to the glutes. As you drive into the heels, you press those hips up to the sky, squeeze the booty, tuck that pelvis under, slowly come back down 1 vertebrae at a time. Getting straight into the hamstrings and glutes. We'll take off 30 seconds of work in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lift up and down. Now sometimes round 1, you can maybe go a little bit lighter in your weight just to be like, I'm not sure how much weight I can really use. But by round 2, that's when you can increase the weight if you felt good on the first round. Or on the other hand, if you just went way too heavy, you can lighten up on the second round. Squeezing those butt cheeks together. This is your last one. And rest. Awesome. All right, from here, we're gonna go into a hip bridge march. This is a body weight exercise, but I'm telling you, you're gonna feel the burn on this one. So we're gonna hold our hips up the entire time. Hands are right by your hips. You're gonna take a big step forward, down, down, up, up. Now notice how my hips never drop. Now this is the full extension of the move. If you can straighten out that leg the entire time, all the power to you. But if that's too difficult, just come about halfway. All right? Here we go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now this is your last move. And then we're gonna take it back up to the very top. Oh yeah. This is not funny. This can definitely burn. And this is definitely probably one of the most difficult moves. And we're not even using any extra weight here. We're just using your body weight. Keep those hips up. Let's do one more. And rest. Oh yes, let's hug those knees into the chest and roll on up. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water. And while you're doing that, as we take our break, comment below and let me know how you feel after doing that first round. Are you feeling it? Was that challenging? Was that easy? Are you feeling awesome? I want to know. Now again, this is round 2, so we're going to be doing the same exact exercises. Use this time to change your weight selection. If you felt like you went lighter on the first round, and you can take a little bit more, go heavier, and then vice versa. All right, so we're gonna go into our single leg deadlift here. I'm gonna grab my one dumbbell, and we're going to start with the right side. So dumbbell is in the right hand, right leg is going to kick back behind us. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hinging it forward, and then coming straight back up. Now notice if your right hip is opening up to the side. If it is, close it off. How you do that is by making sure that your toes are pointing down and your heel is pointing up. This is gonna make sure that you get the most effective workout, making sure that you have awesome form. Let's go one more rep on this side. And let's switch. Nice job. Dumbbell is gonna be in the left hand. Left foot shoots back behind. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Down and up. Now notice how my head is looking down at the bottom of my single leg deadlift. So I'm not cranking my neck. I'm not looking at the TV. I'm not looking at my computer screen. My eyes follow the angle of my spine. Make sure you're breathing. Let's do one more rep. And rest. Nice work. All right, we got our diagonal taps next. So remember, we're holding our our squat. We're gonna tap to the back corners. Really feeling this inner booty. So let's get nice and low. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Tap it back. Staying nice and low the entire time. Keeping those quads under tension. Actively squeezing that booty every single time we tap back. Maybe sinking a little bit lower in those legs if you can, 1 inch. Keep it up, you got this. I'm losing my balance. I'm just like looking in all these different directions. Let's do one more and rest. Nice job. All right, we're gonna go into our 3 pulse lateral lunge, stepping nice and big towards the right. Dumbbell is in the left hand. Let's take off in 3, 2, 1, let's go. This is 1, 2, 3, and step. 1, 2, 3, step. Challenging yourself to get a little bit lower in that lateral lunge. Try to get uncomfortable at least once in today's class. Because if you get uncomfortable, that means you're pushing yourself, you're challenging yourself, and ultimately you're getting stronger. One more. And rest. Nice job. Let's switch sides. Big step to the left. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and reset. 3, 2, 1, reset. Keeping that core tight the entire time. Belly button is pressed into the spine. Keep it up. Let's do one more. And rest. All right, let's head down to the floor. We have our hip bridges. So coming to your back, we're going to bring one dumbbell on top of our hips. Now you're more than welcome to just do this body weight. If you don't want to add extra weight, you definitely don't have to. Let's keep those knees about shoulder distance apart. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lift up and down. Now think about driving into those heels. When you do that, you're going to flex and contract the hamstrings. Make sure you're not pressing up with your low back, but rather squeezing with your butt. Low back should be neutral. Last one, and rest. Woo. All right, let's set that dumbbell to the side. We have our hip bridge marches. Definitely one of the hardest moves in this class today. You can let me know if you agree. Here we go, hips are coming up in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Step, step, come back in. Again, just go halfway if you can't go all the way. It's all about challenging yourself at your fitness level and focusing on improving every single time you push play, every single time you work out, trying to get a little bit better every single time. Keep going. Let's do one more. And rest. Ooh, all right. So we have time for some bonus exercises. So let's hug those knees in, roll on up, and we're gonna go ahead and come into an all fours position. We're gonna go into some weighted donkey kicks. This is definitely a knee-friendly way to strengthen your booty without having to do more squats. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this dumbbell behind my knee, just like so. I'm gonna come into my all fours position. Now, super important that you squeeze that dumbbell so that it doesn't slip out. You wanna make sure that heel is pressing into the glute. From here, you're gonna kick straight up and then come back down. So we're going into this like butt lift extension. So we're gonna stay here for 30 seconds on one side, and then we switch in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now again, if you don't have dumbbells at home, you're using like canned goods or something like that, this might not work for you. So you can just do this body weight. That's totally okay. Make sure you're really lifting up out of your upper body. Shoulders are away from those ears. Spine is neutral. Lifting as high as you can. One more rep and rest. Good. Let's switch sides. Dumbbell is going to come behind the left knee. Squeeze it nice and tight. Don't let it slip out. Here we go. I'm flexing my foot in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lift up and down. I don't know about you, but my booty is trembling, which I think is a good thing. Keep going. We're gonna do a few more exercises after this. This is your last one, and rest. Good. All right, dumbbell is gonna come to the side. We're gonna do this body weight. We're gonna go into fire hydrant pulses. So I'm gonna drop my left elbow down. My right knee is lifting up to hip height, just like a fire hydrant. And then you're going to pulse that knee up and up. All right, 30 seconds on the clock. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up, up. So what are we working here? We're working the side of the booty. Your gluteus medius, gluteus minimus. You might start to feel your booty on fire on the leg that's down on the floor. That's totally normal. Keep it up. And rest. Oh, sit back in a child's pose if you need it. I definitely need it. And let's go ahead and switch sides. My right elbow is coming down. My left leg is coming up. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lift up. So my knee is coming straight to the side. All it is 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Oh yeah. Booty is on fire. Come on. Hey, listen, after this, we have one more exercise, and we're gonna call it a day. And rest. Whew. All right, I always like to sneak in a little bit of core. So what we're gonna go do is a low plank butt lift. You're gonna come into your low plank position. You're gonna lift one leg up, squeeze the butt, come back down, switch sides. If you need an option, drop down to those knees, do the same exact thing. 30 seconds on the clock and you are done. Let's go for it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now as you lift your booty, try to keep those hips down. Keep those shoulders stacked on top of the elbows. Eyes are looking in between the forearms. You got this. You're more than halfway. Finish strong. And rest. Sit back in a child's pose. Awesome work. Knees nice and wide. Forehead comes to the mat. Awesome work. Let's come on up. Let's stretch it all out. You did awesome. How do you feel at home? Let me know. And we're going to go ahead and stretch everything out. So important to just spend a few minutes to stretch. So we're going to go into an all fours position. So we're going to cross this right foot over the left knee. You're going to hug in the knees and try to press your chest towards your shin. Oh yeah, you should be feeling that hip area, the booty all stretch out. I won't be surprised if you feel a little funky when you're walking tomorrow or the next 2 days. Let's switch sides. Cross that left foot over the right knee. Hug it in. Try to keep that chest open. Awesome. Let's go ahead and go into a wide-legged forward fold. You're going to have your toes pointing forward. Feet are nice and wide. Allow your head, shoulders, and neck to just melt down towards the floor. Just feel this beautiful stretch along the back of your thighs, your hamstrings. From here, you're going to walk your hands over to the right side, getting a deeper stretch. And then walk your hands over to the left. Come back to center, bend those knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. We'll finish off with a quad stretch, our front of the thighs here. So you're gonna plant one foot, kick one foot into the hand, and let's bring those knees to touch, stretching everything out. If you made it this far, be proud of yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back, because showing up to your workout is half the battle. And for you being here all the way to the end means that you're doing something really great for your body. And hopefully you feel super, super awesome and proud of yourself. We're gonna finish off with 2 big deep breaths. Let's inhale, hands come up. Exhale, let it go. One more inhale, hands up. Exhale, let it go. Awesome job. Thank you so much.